welcome to my studio. I have noticed that there's not a lot of Thanksgiving decorations, so I wanted to make sure that we took time to give you a few Thanksgiving decorations. And I saw a cartoon on Facebook, and it was a big Tom Turkey saying to Santa Claus, "Back off, fat boy, this is my holiday." So I want to make sure that we take time to be thankful. And when looking for decorations, there is some, but not a lot. So I've tried to create different things. But one of the things that I did find was just a regular plant or steak and a Thanksgiving one. And this one happens to be a turkey. I found this at the 99-cent store. You could also look at Dollar Tree or some of the things like that with a turkey. Real plain and basic. So we're going to spice this up. We're going to give it the Miriam Joy treatment. So we're going to add some wax to it here. So the steak kind of makes it a little bit of an obstacle for me. And I'm going to start with brown. And I'm going to go in between these feathers and just follow the lines that it's already got going here. And the steak makes it kind of fun to figure out how to get around them. I'm just going to pull right through those. And I'm using the number 2 tool. If you're not familiar with my process, jump over to my YouTube site and check out the basis of wax design, and it'll show you everything we're doing there. Now I loaded my brown up a little bit too full. You don't want to get it onto that second layer or drips will start to happen. Nice thing is it didn't happen in the glitter, because it's harder to remove in the glitter. You might want to go around the glitter. So we're going to take our little knife, and I always try to leave things like this in here, because if it happens to me, it's going to happen to you. And we're going to put that guy back on. And I would normally do the eye in black, but I'm not going to load the black paint, so I'm going to just set him down and just pull him just a little bit, so it's an oblong, not a little circle. So then I'm going to go back and I'm going to start with the orange, and I'm going to be using my 0 tool, again trying to figure out which position to do this. And I'm going to start in the middle of these, and I'm using the larger end of the 0 tool, and then go to each side. And the reason I start in the middle is so that they'll be even. And I know there's enough room in here to do 5 strokes. If you can't get 5 strokes in there, then get 4 in there. And we're going to start adding this to look like feathers to give it more texture. We're just going to go all the way around here. And I'm using a color that's similar to the next color, so that we don't have all of these different colors in here. Take your time with it, don't rush it. And I'm going to have to switch my steak to the other side. Try to do it so you're pulling it towards you. Move my little thing here. Alright, a couple more feathers up here on top. This one is not going to get as many. We're only going to get 3 in him. And I'm going to jump down to this little wing right here. We're going to give him some feathers. We're going to get 3 feathers in him. Now I'm going to run over to this little big part up here, and I want to use red to stay with red. It doesn't show up as much, but it does give it texture. We're just going to run that stroke all the way up there, and I'm going to jump back to a smaller tool, and I'm going to pull a couple from the top down. And just because I do it this way does not mean it's the way it needs to be done. If you think there's another way to do it, then by all means do it that way. Just gonna give him some color and texture is all we're doing here. Okay, so that is going to be it for the red, and I am going to switch over to the yellow, and this is actually the color that I am using is Dandelion. And you can hear it. It's a different texture. And if you think you need to do a different color that stands out more, do a color that stands out more. I think a little bit either redder or oranger color would have showed up better. And slow down and you won't get these drops like I'm doing. Cut this guy's drop out right there and just smooth him down. Wait till it dries and just take that off. So I'm putting 3 in these. And I used the same color and came back and did some dots underneath these because there were such open areas. But I think I'm going to do orange dots because this is not showing up as much. Like I said, slow down, don't hurry. And one more here. I'm going to pull one out of his beak. A little bit there just to get some texture in there. Take that guy off, and I'm going to get this dot out of here. Just remove him. Okay, and like I said, I'm going to come back in and just do some orange dots instead of the yellow dots so they show up more. And if you reload each and every time, you keep it more consistent in size. So even though they're small dots, we want to reload them each time. That really helps that yellow. I'm happier with that now. And don't be afraid to change things. As you can see, I'm not always happy with everything I'm doing, so there is no right or wrong. Put one more right there. Alright, we're going to come back in. We're going to get some little orange curls here. I'm going to add a little bit more orange to my well. Put him in the well. Okay, I'm going to do a little curve, just follow that kind of around. And right there. Dot there. Dot there. Okay, on this one I came down and did the pumpkin on this side, and I didn't like it being so busy up here that this took away from it. So I'm going to leave in this one the pumpkins. If you wanted to do the stems, we could even do those in brown. And if you wanted to do the leaves, you could do the leaves like I did in the previous one as well. Just going to kind of see, and I've got my brown too full, remember? That one, I'm going to kind of do a leaf across and then bring it up. And this one we'll just do it like that. Alright, now let's get this guy removed. What I wanted to do when I first started working on this was take a miniature pumpkin, like the half of the pumpkin, and saw it off and place it there. halfway so it came to life. If you wanted to do that, that would be excellent. You could do that. Now what I would do at this point in time though is varnish it. Now because we're doing it on something that has been sealed and it's not as absorbent, I would use your brush on triple thick glaze or your lacquer, like your 3D lacquer, and do 2 or 3 coats on that real quick. And that way it will help keep everything on, that it doesn't move around on you. Now at this point, I just took a little fall pick and I'm going to tie it on with raffia. And raffia has such a fall feeling to me. If you don't like raffia, use a fall ribbon, make a nice bow for it. But I just want more. And see, this kind of covered up that pumpkin anyway, so I'm going to glue this guy down. We're using hot glue, so I'm going to glue that guy down so we don't even have that third pumpkin there. And then we're going to tie on our raffia bow, and you want quite a bit of raffia on it. Don't want just a little wisp unless you want more. And alright, I'm going to pull, kind of lost that guy's kind of loop there. Don't know where his tail went to. Alright, tell you what we're going to do with him. We'll cut him in half there. Just make him a tail. You want that nice and tight. Now we've got that guy shorter there, so we're going to kind of come in here and make that one the same length. I thought he needed just one more thing in him, so I took a little pine cone and I put some orange glitter on him, and we're just going to put him right there, and then that just fills that out. So we have 3 items, which if you, nature always does it in odd numbers, so that kind of evens that out. You can put your wispies wherever you want to put them. And there you have that nice little Thanksgiving steak. You could put it in a potted plant or a vase or whatever you wanted to put it on, anything to display it. If you have any questions about this process, please email me at art@miriamjoy.com. For any of the products we may have used, please visit my website at miriamjoy.com. There's also a YouTube link that takes you over to more of these fun holiday videos. We always have contests going on and all kinds of fun activities. There's also a Facebook link off my website that takes you over to Facebook, where I post something for you daily to try to encourage you. So thank you for joining me today. God bless.